wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
That's it, baby. We're going to work. What is that? 19. Double time. 354. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. 19. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 54. 50. Go.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
59. 44 to Mike. Hey,
From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is taken around the 12. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Foles. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense, and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got about he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Foles. And his throw here's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. And let's get in. 13. Back. Watch twist.
Here's Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Mike, tackles. 44, Mike, 44.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Bravo!
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
North, 180! Watch 55! So we got man. 55 mark. Go!
Back to throw here. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
To throw is Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Well, both teams practiced this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's 3rd and 5.
Good. Ready? Tight end left. 4 check. Let's go.
Now back to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 77 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. 41. Mike. 40.
Here's Watson. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
I'm coming back.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Come get some. He don't want it. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And an alley to run. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A first down carry for Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
We go. 180. 55 for Mike. Kill. 13. Six. 55. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yes. Purple 64.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
I smell fun.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll look to throw here. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
44 to Mike. 44.
Here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go four verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Silver. Hey, 4-1 Mike. Hey, Alpha.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Fielded at about the 28. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Reset. 19. Yeah, that's what I do.
On first down, Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Reset. 19. 44. Let's go, D. 24. That's it. 44 to Mike.
They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Watson now, operating from the gun, and that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3. Hey, Keaton. What is this?
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Mike, 55. Hey, Zoo. 55.
Draw play. This is Henry. Menardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Yes. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Watch the run. 41 Mike.
Go.
I'm here all day.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. He'll look to throw. And able to find Conley. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Tempo, tempo, tempo.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
Get him, get him.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the curl! Watch the curl!
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
I'm here all day.
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. J.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Moore on the return. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
see what you got.
12.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Jaguars 20, Texans nothing. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Watson setting up the screen for Miller. 27 yards there, a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Dumps it complete to Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Again, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going over. Hey,
they will indeed snap it to Watson, and it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
rush in.
Derrick Henry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. J.J. Watt the one that gets him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go.
Mike 55. Hey,
Hayden
Foles. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Hey, 31!
On 1st down, it's Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Watson on 1st down. And an alley to Rob. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Jags grab it.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
Bandit.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jags,
just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah. Like what?